Hello gorgeous, it's Jen. Welcome back to my channel. Today I am talking about some drugstore favorites. I do have a couple of new items in here that I've been using for a few days and I'm very much enjoying them. But the others are tried and true favorites, affordables, most you can get at Ulta and Walmart. I think I might have one from Sephora, of course Sephora collection, and one that you get from the brand website or Amazon. So if that sounds interesting, just keep watching. So for my brows, I've been on a little bit of a brow journey. I was into brow pencils, then I got into brow pens, and in the last week or so, I'm back into the brow pencils. Our preferences change, right? So I am finding that I like a powdery look to my brow pencil. I find it very soft, very natural, and for that look, I continue to reach for this one from NYX. This is their Powder Louder pencil. I picked up the shade Soft Brown, and this has a sharpenable tip to it. It has a really nice spoolie. There's something special about that spoolie. And I so enjoy this. I find that this is a dupe for the RMS one. I know I really enjoyed that brow pencil. If you like that powdery look that the RMS brow pencil gives, then this is an affordable option, but really, really nice and super easy to do my brows. That's the other benefit. Seems to happen very quickly. My eyeshadow primer, I have been reaching for this one from Amazon over and over again. This is actually a 3-pack. On the front it says Kaida, but I feel like the brand is different. I will pop up a picture. You get 3 different shades. This one is a pinky nude. You get a white, a pinky nude, and one that's a little more peach. The only one that I don't use is the white. I use the other 2 constantly. It reminds me a lot of my Ulta Matte Veil eyeshadow primer. It dries down to a matte. It gives a little bit of coverage. And the best part is I believe you get 3 for about $10. So great value. And then for primer, I've talked about this 100 times and I will never stop. I hope LA Girl never gets rid of this product. This is the Instant Finish Multi-Use Tinted Primer. I have mine in the shade medium beige and it comes out looking a little bit moussey, but it spreads so nice. And this is the most blurring primer that I own. It's got a little bit of a tint to it, which is nice, but wow, my skin looks like soft focus velvet when I put it on. It doesn't feel heavy on the skin, spreads out nice and super affordable. You know I'm gonna have a few LA Girl in this video. For eyeshadow, I really feel that the most affordable, best quality eyeshadow that is there right now is going to come from Morphe. I have 2 of these small, what are they, 9 pans? 6-pan. These are 6-pan palettes. This is my favorite. It is called Rich Glitch, and I just love the tones. The mattes are creamy and blend well. The shimmers are just lovely, not a lot of fallout, a good amount of pop. This is the eyeshadow palette formula that I would recommend. The liner that I pick up more than any other liner out of my drawer is this one from LA Girl. This is the Ultimate Eye Intense Stay Auto Liner. It is just easy. It is so pigmented, it is matte, it stays on. For my lashes, no surprise, I reach for this one more than anything. This is the Maybelline Firework Mascara. I do have a couple of Maybelline products in this video. This is a fantastic mascara. If you like the Sky High, this actually reminds me of the Sky High. It does have a flexible wand. However, this one gives you more. You can be lazy and go in with one coat, or you can build and have really long lashes. I've never had a problem with it smudging or flaking. It's easy to find in the drawer. I think that helps a little bit as well, but this is one that I will continue repurchasing. I've gone through a few of these. For under eyes, I struggle a little bit. I have more high-end concealers and correctors that I like more than Drugstore. But my favorite in the affordable category is this one from Morphe. This is the Wake Up Artist. I have this in peach, and this is the only thing I have under my eyes. I find that if I use this with a brightening under eye powder, it's all I need. And keeping it light under the eyes is super important. A little bit goes a long way. Fantastic. In the foundation category, my number one for drugstore foundations has to be this one from Maybelline. This is the 30-Hour Lumi Matte Super Stay. I have mine in the shade 120, and I will wear this to an event. I will wear this when I want my makeup to last all day. It just gives a beautiful, soft focus finish to my skin. It doesn't break apart. It's just beautiful. I like a thin, medium to full coverage foundation that works well with my oils, and this is it. This is probably top 3 foundations that I own. And I've heard reviews of people that have normal to dry skin enjoying this foundation as well. So it's also a beautiful hybrid across skin types. Unfortunately, I do not have a spot correcting concealer that is affordable that I can recommend to you. If you have one that you love, please let me know. But I am still stuck on my NARS, what is this, the Creamy Matte Concealer in Madeline. It just does the best job at covering my dark spots, so I continue to reach for it. And to set, this is a newly rediscovered favorite. I was looking through my powders about a week ago, and I discovered this one from Maybelline. I don't know why I don't reach for this more. This is the Fit Me Loose Finishing Powder, and the reason I like this is because it is super brightening. I do have it in the shade Fair. Maybelline, please come out with a loose pink powder because I want it. But the Fair does a really nice job. I start with the brush, I end with a puff. Tired eyes be gone. It is not drying. Such a good option. Shout out to the Wet n Wild. I also really enjoy the Wet n Wild pink, but this one gives me even more of that punch. And I actually did powder the rest of my T-zone with this just very lightly because it is super brightening. If you love a cream bronzer, I definitely want to recommend these duos from LA Girl to you. These are the On Cloud 9 Bouncy Blush and Bronzer. These are the 3 that I have in my drawer. It started with this one, which is the Misty Mauve, and this one is a little bit too light for me. This is a cream to powder texture that just goes on so blurring. If you are fair-skinned or you really like a lighter makeup look, I think you would like this Misty Mauve. I believe today I used the Coral Bliss shade, but I just want to show you. Here's the bronzer, here's the blush. But this bronzer, you can go on, I'm so sorry, my kitty just was scratching me up last night. I believe I used Coral Bliss, the bronzer, in this one today, but let me show you the Dreamy Pink as well. I'll go down here. I mean, do you see how wearable that is? And you'll see me put it on as well. But these are all wearable bronzers that could be built up if you have a darker skin tone, lightly if you have a lighter skin tone. They last well on me. They are easy to work with. And if you are in a rush or need something to travel with, such good options and so affordable. But I did not use the blush in these palettes. I snuck in a new one, this one from Maybelline. I did do a short. You should have seen that by now. If not, I will link it. But this is the Cloudtopia, and this is fantastic. It is very much like the Fouille texture inside, if you're familiar with the Fouille pudding pots. But it goes on really blurring, cream to powder. I have the shade Toasted Sky. You can wear this on the lips as well. Tubing mascara. I have been a fan of the e.l.f. tubing mascara for a very long time, but I must admit that this Revolution Wrap Lash does a little bit more. So what I like to do is put a tubing mascara on my bottom lashes just for insurance. In the event my eyes are watering, I never have it flaking or smudging. This can be worn alone. This can be worn with another mascara. So today I used it on the bottom lashes, and then what I like to do, which really nice wand as well, is tip my already mascaraed lashes with the tubing mascara, and it gives me a little bit more length, and it gives me insurance that I will not have those dots or smudging. This is a really good tubing mascara. In the brow gel category, I have to give it to Sephora Collection. This is my favorite brow gel. This is the Fluff and Fix Brow Wax, from Sephora Collection. I have the gel as well, but I like this one more. I like it because it doesn't feel wet going in my brows. It is a drier texture. They're a little stiff now because I already have it in there. But this just feels like nothing going into your brows, and yet it gives you fantastic hold. There's no shine to my brows. It is a drugstore price, Sephora sale, not Sephora sale. I love this. In the lip category, I had to go with Moira. This one is easy because, oh my goodness. Well, it came apart. I don't know how that happened. I still love this formula. I will show you me putting it on. This is the Lip Appeal Waterproof Liner in Bombshell, and truly, this is all that was left in there. I have used it a lot. I've traveled with it, and I will pick up another. They also have a plumping formula that I like, but it is a bit spicy. It looks like I'm placing a Moira order. For lips, I picked up the new Maybelline Serum Lipstick. Really pretty packaging. They come in matte and satin finishes. This shade is called Avenue A, and unfortunately it's a little bit dark for me. Bad news. Good news is it is so smooth going on your lips. I take my finger and I just blend it out, and I feel like it shears out a little bit into a little bit more of a wearable shade. I will most likely pick up another shade of this, but formula-wise, A+. For touch-ups or to reduce some of that shine, I'm going to recommend the Catrice Magic Shine Eraser Gel to Powder. I love this stuff. I just stole a sponge out of another makeup product that I wasn't using. I do not even need to use this right now because that Maybelline and that LA Girl Primer do such a nice job keeping my face blurred and soft focus, but this, absolutely. And for my oily skin, the best setting spray that you can find at the drugstore is going to be this one from L'Oreal. This is the Infallible Mist. This is the closest thing that I've found to my beloved One Size. The sprayer is not as nice, so I just go in with a puff afterwards in case there are any droplets, but it dries really, really super fast. And that is everything. These are my most reached for affordable makeup items. I hope that you found this enjoyable and helpful. I will have everything listed and linked in the description box below. Some are affiliate links, so if you choose to shop with those links, I thank you so much because I make a small commission and it helps support me and my channel. If you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing before you leave. I would love to have you join me. I upload on Mondays and Saturdays. Give the video a thumbs up, and of course, leave me a comment, even if it's just a heart to let me know you were here. I thank you so much for spending some of your precious time with me today. I'll see you in the next one.